Hey everyone, have a hair burn of it on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be breaking down the EZA to LR Unit Super Attack Physical Angel Vegeta along with the Tech Goten. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So not a surprise here that the Angel Physical Vegeta EZAs, because there's very few left in terms of yellow coin 130% LRs. I'm trying to just think on top of my head here. You have the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan that needs the EZA, the Tapion. Don't we have a Piccolo and Goku that needs to get EZA, and then this unit here. So I think there's like 4 left, so it makes a lot of sense for this unit to EZA in this MAJIN BUU Saga celebration. And he looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. The funny thing was, I was streaming last night, and literally when I logged off, this information dropped, but I just was too tired to go ahead and cover yesterday, so I figured I'd just make a video today. Hopefully I'll give you guys my take and some different information that you might have missed maybe earlier when this thing came out, and of course translations came out right afterwards. But again, let's go ahead and break this down here. I think it's a very, very good unit. It's set up for particular teams, right? So interestingly enough, this is on a lot of categories, but it is highly restricted, and if you don't have these particular units, especially Goku here, this unit isn't going to be very effective. So keep that in mind. Even though it's on a lot of categories, you're not just throwing those units in and just placing them anywhere. He's going to be fine. So a lot of restrictions here. So now you have the leader skill of Worthy Rivals, 170%. I still don't know why they left this unchanged. Still would have been nice for these 130% LRs to be like 120 at least, or maybe 130. But anyway, that's the leader skill. Pretty much doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and dive into the big details here. So when you look at the super attack, ultra super attack, they did get buffed here, but then also the unit super attack got buffed. So you have greatly raises attack defense for 1 turn, causes cost damage to enemy, and then the 18 key, which is very important. This is 18 key is very important on this unit here. Raises attack defense for 1 turn, causes mega cost damage to enemy, and greatly lowers defense. And then you have a unit super attack that's going to give you massively raises attack and greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes mega cost damage to enemy, and massively raises lowers defense. But in order for you to get this unit super attack, it's probably the most restrictive unit super attack that we have. Is it's activated when key is 18 or more, with a MAJIN BUU Saga category ally that's named Goku. Alright, so all combined, right? Not separate, all combined for you to activate this. So again, very particular, very restrictive here. So let's talk about the rest of the passive, which again, I think they did a good job, even though it's restrictive. They did a solid job on what this unit is designed to do. Key +2, attack and defense 200%, plus an additional key +2 and attack 100% for 5 turns from the character's entry turn. This is it's important because you want to do as much damage as possible, because we do have a lot of units in the MAJIN BUU Saga that, as time goes further on, like the Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku, it's not a good thing defensively. So this attack buff is important, but this key +2 is also very important as well. So keep that in mind, especially if you don't have some of these other units, which you probably would, because I don't really recommend running this unit anywhere else except for MAJIN BUU Saga. So plus an additional key additional attack and defense 10%, with each key rises by 1 up to 180%. Of course, that means that once you're at 18 key, remember 18 key is very important, you're gonna max this out here at 180%. So huge, definitely needed, because you need that additional defensive stats here, because you are only guarding, so there's no damage mitigation, straight up guard, which is very, very good, and launches additional super attack, which is very good as well. Guarantee additional super attack when, guess what, 18 key or more. So 18, very, 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 very important. And then if all allies attacking the same turn have obtained key sphere. So this is interesting how they set this up. So if you make this unit a floater, all right, so the first position and second position unit gets their key first, then all allies that got their key first is going to get 10% to defense, key 1 key 10%, every key above 18. So if you get to 24 key and you're a floater, right, you're going to give up to 60% defense for the first 2 positions. So very interesting support unit that that's designed and how it's done. So you can run this in main position, and you're only going to help out the first position, or if you run as a floater, you're going to help out the first and second position. So again, I don't think we've ever seen something like this. So interesting how that's working. And then the main restriction here is very important, because think about this: if you have like key plus 3 for friend and leader, that's 6 plus 2, that's 8 plus 2 is 10. You need to get 8 more key to make sure all this stuff activates, right? Not this one here, but you want to get to 24 key, but to get 18 is very important. You still need to get 8 more key. However, if you run with a unit who is ally is Goku, or you're fighting an enemy whose name is Goku, you're gonna get key plus 4 and an additional attack and defense 59%. So that's huge there. So that gets you to 14. But then if your Goku is a part of the Majin Buu Saga category, then you get another key plus 4 and another attack and defense 59%. So you're going to get that 18 key guaranteed if you're running this unit with a Majin Buu Saga Goku. All right, so 18 key, very important. And then with having a Goku at least, but Majin Buu Saga Goku also very important. So yeah, it's going to be Majin Buu Saga Goku's best buddy for sure. And then you do have an active skill here. So I would only use this when this thing runs out here, right? So when the plus 2 to key, etc. here runs out, then you can go ahead and do the active skill here. And then you're going to get that 59% to attack and 78% to defense for 1 turn. And then can be activated if there's a Majin Buu Saga category ally whose name is Goku attacking in the same turn, starting from the 3rd turn from the start of the battle. So you can't even activate this if you don't have basically a unit super attack activation for the active skill. All right, so there you have it there. So that's how this is structured. So how are you going to use this unit here? Well, again, if you're going to be running this like on the Gotenks team, you could run him with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, or you're just gonna kind of slide him down here as a floater, right, and then just wait for situations where Goku's gonna be in the same rotation, which unfortunately is gonna be staggered a little bit, so not as beneficial. So I think this team, it's not as efficient to run Vegeta on the Gotenks team, because if you're going to run it on any team, you want to run it on the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku team, because if you're going to run the Vegeta here, which actually I didn't even put him on here, if you're going to run the Vegeta here, you can run him on main rotation, so here, but then you're going to, I don't know how you would do this, then you would put Gogeta as a floater, okay, or just going to put him here as a floater, and then if you can get him to 24 key, he's going to just buff everybody here defensively by 60%. So you might want to run him here in these spots, or even, I don't know if you want to give up the Ultimate Gohan here, but man, Majin Buu Saga, look at this team here. You have options now. You're like, oh, I think I'm going to float Family Kamehameha Gohan. You know, I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to float Tech Gogeta until he transforms. Right, there's wild stuff that you can do on this team, because there's a bunch of other units that you can run down here as well. It's very interesting. And then, of course, the damage that this unit can help out with, along with the Gotenks here. You know, when his damage mitigation kind of drops down to a point where it's like it's going to be trouble, the fight's over, right? The fight's over, especially you have his standby and his, Family Kamehameha there. It's we'll see where they land in best teams. It's very interesting where this is heading to. So anyway, on top of that, they also added another unit that I think is better for the Gotenks team than it is for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku team. And that is the Tech Goten. And he ended up getting a pretty nice buff, and he's going to be an amazing support unit for Siblings Bonds and Gifted Warriors. Now, Gifted Warriors is very important because LR Gotenks is on Gifted Warriors. So this unit here raises attack defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy, 180% to attack defense. He's going to get an additional attack defense 20% with each attack performed up to 100. But kind of all that doesn't matter because he is a dodge or die support unit. He's going to get a 100% to attack defense, high chance of evading enemy attack when there's another Gifted Warriors or Siblings Bond category ally attacking the same turn. Primarily, he's going to be on the Gotenks team there. So, and then if he's going to be running anything, he's going to be running in 2nd or 3rd position as a floater, support floater, and he's going to get an additional 20% and a high chance of additional super attack. With that benefit, so he'll have 70% if he's going to be in the 2nd or 3rd position. So generally you want to run him there. Gifted Warriors, Siblings Bond category allies, key +3, 60%. 60% support units is what we're going to be starting to see here in categories, which is wild. You know, we went from like 20 to 30, 50, now 60. It'd be crazy to see down the road like 100% to Siblings Bond category allies. Attack and defense 100%. That's going to be pretty crazy when that power creep comes up. So again, how you want to use this unit here, you're probably going to again use this on the LR Gotenks team as that main support. Now he does have Siblings Bond here, so he does work there. Everybody else also needs to be Kamehameha. I believe Gotenks Kamehameha, right? He's on Kamehameha. Yeah, Kamehameha. He's doing a Kamehameha. But let me go back here. But as we all know, this guy seems like he's doing Kamehameha, and he's not on Kamehameha. But anyway, let's go back to this team here. So he's going to be like your main support, 60% support to everybody here. It's not like they need it. Or if you're like, oh, hey, I don't have Family Kamehameha Goku or Gohan, I'm just going to throw him in the main position. He's going to still get that 20% to dodge because 2nd or floater he's going to be fine at. And with that 60%, Gotenks is a little bit less susceptible to possibly, if he doesn't get his boost up, he can just die from a super attack, right? Or die from even a normal attack. So Gotenks does have some issues in terms of being in that 1st position, but can still hold its own. But having that 60% is going to be beneficial, or you can just run him as any other floater. So if you did remove this guy here, you could put a double support with the Ultimate Gohan, Ultimate Gohan here, and then Gotenks here, or Goten here, or in main position, and then you can move like this unit back up here. So a lot of options, a lot of good options that you can run. But I just kind of showcase this one here with the EZA to the boys. So anyway, there you have it, boys and girls. So you have the Tech Goten, and then this bad boy of a unit here, primarily for a Majin Buu Saga Goku on the team. And if you do have that team, which is going to be generally this team here, I think he's going to run very, very, very well. It's like, where do you put him though, right? Where do you put him? Because all these units are great units. This is temporary. The temporary unit, so you can just go ahead and take the Super Vegeta out there, and then run everybody else. Which is again crazy that you're just gonna float the Ultimate Gohan or the Family Kamehameha Gohan. But you got to put these in the 1st position anyway. So anyway, with that, hopefully you guys benefited from watching this video here. And if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.